have a certain smile on your face. Or just the way you're standing there right now. Certain things turn me on. Like the way you might say a word or the way you wear your hair. You have a certain smile on your face. Or just the way you're standing there right now. And you really look good to me, baby. In your baby blue panties. Yes, Lord. You look good to me right now. In your baby blue. Them baby blues in you. We ain't gonna get no work done tonight. Jamming on that. That ain't even get some work done. That's maybe I don't know. Welcome, Pro Se Lawsuit Center. Y'all know who the hell I am. I'm Coach Neighbor. They call me other stuff. I've been called penis head. I've been called asshole. I've been called the N word. I've been called, most people would be offended, but I'm not. I got a special identification here. I'm not offended. Okay, so we're just going to maybe watch a video or something before we get into the program tonight. But before we get to that, and going live. Welcome to the live stream today. It's not 9 out yet. Stop doing that. No, not talking joint.
Connected to Pixel 6A, DSKTOP F39SF2J. Connected to
Welcome to Pro Se Lawsuit Center. I'm Coach Neighbors. In this video, I'm going to show you guys my YouTube channel and how I set up the YouTube channel so you guys could do legal research. And I'm just going to show you how. Okay, guys, I'm going to share with you guys what the YouTube channel looks like and how I set it up so you guys can do legal research on it. So this is what it looks like from my side, from the front. Now, right here are the instructional videos for each lawsuit package. And, you know, there's some other videos in there too that are very helpful for people to learn and understand. And then here's the video review playlist of reviews from that's Coach Regina. And I just talked to her yesterday, and she's going back to court with, well, you know, they're still trying to pull the wool over people's face. And this is Coach Nikki, and she was one of the first ones that came out of the woods as a coach to help people get the deed out of their office, and they didn't even have to file a lawsuit. And this is my friend Carrie Neighbors. She's also my ex-wife, but I'd rather just call her my friend because the other words sound rough. We're friends. Oh, and she's doing a review on, I helped her out with a situation with Airbnb. Okay, now let's go back up here to the top. Now, the way this is set up, you know, you can go to videos here, and then hit the little search window. And then put in judge. Bam. Oh, there's a bunch of videos about the judge. Now you can narrow it down, but you know, I just want people to see. How about we put in prosecutor? Bam. Oh. Don't wait, learn how a prosecutor manipulates and threatens you. Oh, I love my channel. Oh, so, you know, there's everything you know, and I'm pretty sure this appears to be from the newest. Now, this one's a little bit old. That was a year ago. Yeah, but, you know, you can search any kind of way. You just have to not, you know, to come on the site now with limitations. And you can, you know. Okay, so how about if we just wanted to just learn about the court. Bam! Courtroom chaos. Object to everything. Oh, evicted. The court had no jurisdiction. Oh. So now that narrows it down. What if I just wanted to? Well, I just want to learn about the police. Oh, there's some stuff in there on the police. Yeah, I think you kind of see how. Now, you know, those are the main videos. You know, these are the shorts, and you know. Do they work the same way? Bam! And there you go. Judge on the grill. So that kind of gives you an idea, Master Judge, how things work over there. Now we don't do podcasts, but we do have live streams. So in this category, you have all the live streams that we've done. You can go back and look at them if you want, if you need. And then over here we have the playlist. And then we have an area for a post. So I post stuff all the time over here. And I don't have a store set up because these people take too much money for me to put my store in there. So, well, we're gonna work something out on that. Now, this is what it looks like from the backside. This is where I do most of my work at, or whatever. Or I can take a look at the dashboard. I can see how things are going. I can check and see if my account's going up and down, if my people are coming.
Excuse me.
And then, so this is regular videos. We just uploaded this one today. Well, yesterday. Uploaded that one yesterday. And then these are shorts. These got uploaded today, and some more are being uploaded later on this afternoon. Now, when we have these shorts, they're kind of a pain in the butt. How people tell me, you sound like you've been drinking, or you're drinking, or whatever. Yeah, I got plenty of time to drink. I don't need to drink when I'm performing and getting shit done, because I don't know where people. Okay, these shorts are automatically chopped up by the AI. And they just chop it. I didn't know how to figure that. So sometimes it don't make sense. Sometimes it's chopped up, and I didn't really like them. I didn't use them. And then YouTube started shadow banning me and doing all these different things. Okay, but they show these shorts automatically because they're trying to keep up with TikTok. So we use them in our favor. We put ads in them with a link to our products. So if you're reading this and it's about something, there's a link in there that's going to take you to a product page. Okay, we care more about that than the words that come out of my mouth that are chopped up automatically by the machine. Okay, because I don't roll like that anyway. My dad was a Marine. You're taught to get shit done. That's what we do. Okay, so I think that's a little quick look at the YouTube channel. You guys can check that out sometime. It's time to. It's for Justice Paralegal School. We provide you tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors, and in this video, I'm going to introduce you to the new Firebomb civil rights lawsuit package you can use against the federal or state prosecutors attacking with criminal charges without an injured party to provide jurisdiction to the court. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Coach, what the hell do you know about attacking federal prosecutors? Yeah, well, I'm going to let you guys know exactly how I know what I know. I'll tell you right now, kicking the federal prosecutors up in the butt is what I know by firsthand experience. The foreclosure stuff I had to learn over the years. This other stuff here, I learned through the School of Hard Knocks. Before we get started on all of that and what I know about the federal system, I just want to make sure you guys understand I've never been convicted of anything, and I got haters already checked that on Facebook. And I never took no stinking deal either. So we're going to throw that on the table because those are the two things there. The fact that I never been convicted of federal or state charges, and I never kissed their ass and took any deal shows that I'm on something here. My situation, and I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm just going to touch on it a little bit today. explain to you guys why I do what I do and why I get patient when people call me and ask me really when, or when people are paralyzed by fear. I'm going to explain to you why I'm doing what I do here, who my hero really is. Oh, wait, I'm just going to start out with the hero thing. It's my wife, number one hero. Well, number two behind her dad. Because he was a hero to me too. My wife, number one hero, went through everything that they put us through and that they put her through, and not one time did she ever give up. Now we're in a position to help a lot of other people. Now, when I was going through this situation, the feds wanted me to lie on my wife. So that's pretty much and people ain't got no sense. They wanted me to lie on my wife and say that she was buying and selling stolen property in her used appliance store. The whole thing started with the police giving her a hard time, and she kicked them out of the store. And most people think it's a black and white thing. No, it's basically it was them attacking her because she was a woman. They did not like getting kicked out of the store when they came in to search her stuff without a warrant and violating her rights. She showed them to the door. They didn't like that, and it turned into a big, my grandma used to say, a pissing contest or whatever. And that's how that all got started. Now, after a lot of things happened, and they revoked my bond for complaining and demanding that Washington, D.C. look into what these people were doing to my wife, they put me in jail, and they decided they would just hold me in there. And after 6 months, and there's a few things that happened along the way that I kept doing to piss them off. I'll talk about some of those things at some point down the road. But anyway, 6 months is as long as they can hold you for contempt of court. So they held me for the 6 months because I kept doing stuff to piss them off. And then they came to me one day and to let me know that they could help me get out today. All I had to do was let them know that there was something going on in my wife's store, and they could get me out of CCA, that shithole. They could get me out of that place that day. They wanted me to lie on my wife. All they had was $1,400 alleged dispute, and that wasn't even dispute. Totally, we won't even get into that. But yeah, so this ended ugly for us at the time. I told them that they can kiss my they can kiss my stuff. I was not in a hurry to get out of CCA because I liked the food there. That's that's pretty much what I told them. And they got really, really grumpy. My wife decided she was taking their butts to trial even without me there to get her back. They needed me out of their way. So my attorney, Sarah Pilot, agreed with the federal prosecutor that I was mentally ill. And that was how they kept me out of their way. I was shipped across the United States a whole bunch of times to 4 different medical facilities for mental evaluation. I was actually sent back to Butler, North Carolina, a federal medical facility with a forced medication order. And that was kind of scary. So then people taking that medicine down there, it was bad. I appealed the forced medication order and won the appeal, which blocked the mental facility from following through with the forced medication order. After that, the government held me in the medical facility for 6 more months. They were really, really not happy about that. And I want to say along the way, there was a lot of people that helped me along the way. So I didn't do this by myself. I had a lot of help, not to mention my wife, Linda. I won't mention any last names, but there were several people, obviously in my family, my kids, my mother-in-law. There were people that had my back the whole way. They forced me to stay in the medical facility for an additional 6 months after I got done kicking their ass. But while I was there, they violated my wife, and her attorney, John Duma, helped the government convict her for money laundering, wire fraud, stolen property, and for stolen property that they said she sold on eBay. Fed said my wife made tens of thousands of dollars selling stolen property and paying people to go out and steal property. These people are so freaking out of control, paying people to go out and steal. And so I was like, well, shit, I need to go I went and have a talk with my wife. Like, dude, you've been holding out. We got that much money and we're doing all this work ourselves. I'm delivering appliances and furniture and doing moving jobs, and I hired a crew of people that work for me. I'm doing all of this work, and I own that. We need to go out and get ourselves I don't know, some nice shit. I don't know, a jet ski. We need to get it. I don't even. Yeah, we need to get a jet ski, or maybe just a nice car. Because we didn't have all of that stuff that you're supposed to have when you make tens of thousands of dollars selling stolen property and have a big ring where you're paying people to go steal stuff. It was just so ridiculous. My wife's attorney, John Duma, did not call a single witness nor file the CDs that she had proving the government lied. He didn't do anything to help her. And there lies pretty much the motivation on why I do what I do. My wife spent 5 years in camp for nothing, for standing up for her civil rights. This package is personal, and I'm going to use it to clear my wife's name. You guys are going to get the best there is when you invest in this package. One of my goals in doing what I'm doing to ensure the government would never find value in getting back up in my wife's face. In the process of doing that, I got a little out of control. I'm teaching you guys how to make these thieves stay the hell out of your faces too. My government vacation took 33 months. When they finally released me, my wife was gone on her government vacation. The federal prosecutors filed a less pending lien against our property and had the bank foreclose on it before I was released. Now, part of that wonderful deal that they offered me was that they're going to allow me to keep my 2,800 square foot house. And funny how they see things. They use fear to get you to take the deal. They don't have no 98% conviction rate. They have a 98% plea rate is what they have. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later too. I guess that fear shit works for a lot of people, but not for me. I don't have enough time to train a new hot woman. I mean to be trained. I mean something there. I'm very wise, sweetheart, and I'm not trading her for a house y'all asses have a less pending lien against. Now, if the lien wasn't okay, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, so they wanted me to allow me to keep my house that they had a less pending lien filed against, and everything that they were doing was illegal. My wife was not guilty, or they wouldn't need me to testify on their behalf. Yeah, so I was thinking later on when I was sitting in my cell, they some cheap ass motherfuckers. I'm just saying, they could not come up with any money to make the deal with me like they did with the people who paid to lie against my wife in her trial. Yeah, they didn't come up with no money for me. All they offered me for the deal to lie on my wife was our own stuff. So I'm thinking next time they should have offered me the house and our business property that they stole from us. So I'm sure the federal prosecutors waited for my response to their wonderful deal before they started the illegal foreclosure action against our property and before they filed the less pending lien, right? No, we're not guilty. And my wife never gave up. She's my hero. I guess I do this in her honor and all the other people that are still in the house. So now you guys can maybe understand my motivation for what I do, and maybe you understand why I'm passionate about my job and why I have no patience, or let me try and be nice, very little patience for people who are like this, paralyzed with fear. I don't have time for folks who want to know how many wins do I have, because I don't win nothing. I'm a coach. Those people either have a better game plan or they're paralyzed with fear. So either way, they better throw their own shit in the yard. I'm just saying. This is just kind of a quick rundown of 12 or 15 years of our fight. And I have many stories to share about my journey, and I think maybe I will share some of them. They're very interesting and okay, I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead Stop the sharing. Don't share again. Okay, let me make this bigger so people can see it. Thank you. Okay, so so you guys remind me after we get done yakking to talk about what's on sale. What's on sale is going to be what you need. What is you need? So that's how we go. How we going to do that? Okay, so you guys know we're here to expose the troll and see what's on sale. So we got this person or personnel now that's been y'all just you've been looking at any of the comments. You've seen the comments. They just for the last 3 or 4 weeks. They've been talking trash over there and just acting like they don't have to be held accountable. And this person is hiding behind an anonymous account, coming to the comment section, calling what we're doing, calling me a scammer, a gifter, fraud, and trying to stop people from investing in the program moving forward. I just let him roll. I'm gonna get on rating. Give him rope. Give him rope. Give him as much rope as they need. Not because I didn't see it. Yeah, well, it was being documented, and those of you who've been here for a while, document on screen is fuzzy. It may be a little fuzzy because it's a PDF. Okay, why don't we do it? The main reason that I wanted to show this, and I can see it's fuzzy now when I can see the colors, is because the last 25 pages are the exhibit that, which, as you can see, is a copy of all the comments. So I'm sure he's watching, or she, whoever it is watching, they can come, they can step up. Oh. I'm sure they're not very far away. Yeah, we're gonna pull it up. May just hang on a second because This is not just for you guys. This is also part of the beatdown that this person is going to receive, and part of the documentation online. So everybody sees that. It makes it a little harder for them to, so, and it's not really a counterclaim that what is not what I filed is what we're talking about tonight. So I'm just kind of showing, and I'll connect this. Now, I'm going to show you guys the claim that I filed. It's not a counterclaim against this person, because he don't have anything filed against me. The person is running around hiding in the background and trying to avoid liability. Always telling me I'm not gonna give you my personal information. Like, what the hell, man? Okay, you need to get out of that world where you think attorneys are the ones that run shit and nobody else can do anything unless we have one. Okay, because people are getting shit done without one, and people with one ain't getting nothing done. So, okay, sorry. So I'm going to pull up the document, because that one, that's probably fuzzy. I scanned it in. I don't know. It is kind of fuzzy. So we're going to stop sharing for a second, because I have the original document here. Okay. Let's do this share thing again. We're going to look at the document that I put together for this situation first, and then we're going to talk about the counterclaim situation, and then about what I do, what I help people learn here, and also there's some stuff on sale. So if you need something, then you just let me know what you need, and then you can message me later, or I'll message me later, and I'll tell you what the sale price of it is, because everything's on sale. And a little rough coming back from being shut down for almost a half a month, and whenever it was. I ain't trying to look backwards, because I ain't the one whining right now. I'm just trying to catch up, but I've been enjoying giving away some free shit. So if you need something, you should call. Okay. So this right here, I've been working on this for a little while. I ain't gonna say how long, because I don't want people to think I'm slow. But I think you might come to the conclusion that I'm efficient. I ain't in no hurry. I don't like to knock nobody out. And when I box, I like to make them give up, quit, tap out, crawl their ass back to the corner. That's how I like to do it. So, and that's how I roll. And that's why the mad dude's mad. Okay, they came in with some sketchy shit, hacked my website, whatever. Y'all didn't hear me whining. I was too busy trying to figure out other ways to get things going and to make sure people could get what they needed. And part of that was dropping the prices of stuff and giving people extra stuff and throwing in what you need to protect your property, the fraudulent conveying and fraudulent conveying lawsuit package. Throwing, you call me. We figure out something. Oh, cause I ain't going down with the ship. The ship ain't go. Okay. It ain't going down. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is the YouTuber's dude's name, and he's over there acting like he's just anonymous to the damn world, and ain't nobody ever gonna find out who the hell I need to sue his YouTube channel right there. Okay, and then we got some documentation in the back of this, communicating with, YouTube is owned by Google, yeah, and they have a legal department. I know this ain't the first time this happened. This ain't the first. I mean, it's probably gonna be the first time somebody got sued. So there you go. Now YouTuber, 25 million. Now I might have to do something in a pleading and adjust the amount when I figure out how much Cantor land is worth. Because I'm pretty sure this is Cantor and his people all pissed off because they hacked my website and then they had to take my punch. They're still taking my punches. But I ain't doing nothing sketchy. I might have made 125 videos and told people that these people don't have no license to practice law or whatever. Okay, so I might have done something sketchy yesterday when I made another 75 videos and with their home page in the background and then I invited people to Cantor Land. My staff is inviting everybody to Cantor Land for Easter. Sorry, Lord, but I couldn't help. I couldn't help myself. And we also have a bunch of videos since he wants to come and give people foreclosure defense. Well, he didn't really give any advice. He just told everybody not to take mine. Come think about it. He didn't give anybody any. Okay, but he wants to pretend like he knows something. So we have about 30 or 40 videos that's going out now for people to contact their because he gives free advice here on my YouTube channel. So I want people to call him up and contact Cantor Injury Law, CNTOR Injury Law. They give free foreclosure advice. And he gives free criminal advice. I was talking to Daniel. Civil advice. They give free advice for everything. Call him up and tell him Coach Neighbors. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe they'll get some extra calls and then they can send back some of my people that they hijacked when they shut me down, thinking that they could profit from my people. My people can't afford their stupid shit, and my people would never spend. My people don't like attorneys, so there's a reason for that. Okay, so here you go, right here. So we're going in for 25 million, and the complaint for defamation per se. Defamation per se is professional defamation. Professional defamation, and and then there's business disparagement. I'm learning some shit too over here. And tortious interference with prospective economic money coming into my pocket. Interfering y'all economic money going out of y'all's pocket. In pocket, out of pocket, all in their pocket. Now we ain't having it. We ain't having it. So I'm bringing this civil action against the defendant for sustained, repeated, and targeted campaign of false statements published on YouTube directly attacking the plaintiff's professional reputation, business, and customer relationships. Defendant has repeatedly accused the plaintiff of fraud, dishonesty, lack of competency, and illegitimacy in his professional services. So and he's also harassed the customers, interfering with the so the customers that got harassed by this butthead, if you interact with him and even get him to interact with you, when I get done what I'm going to do, then I'm going to have to say you was the injured party too, because he was stressing you out. So y'all need to contact him and just let him know. You ask him some questions about what he's saying. He's saying I don't know shit. I asked him what the hell. Right now, he ain't putting nothing. I asked him to send me a picture of his bar license. He didn't. I asked him if he told his clients that he's taking them in administrative fucking court that were made. The Supreme Court made the rules for that shit. He's talking about the Supreme Court. God gave him his license, and you ain't got no damn license. There's another certificate. So he got 2 certificates, and neither one of them are worth shit. Okay. And the Supreme Court, where'd you get to? He wants to talk about that. We ain't got time to talk about that. Okay, we way past that. Right now, when you injure somebody with, per se, professional defamation, it's more of a situation than you think. So right here, we got a jurisdiction, a venue. Then you got to have your parties, and then the defendants is you will see right there is true identity. We don't know yet. Well, I maybe I know because you guys know this is what I do, right? I mean, I look up stuff, but I don't know yet. I gotta go with Google stuff or the 50 million that we're going to. I'm gonna have to change that because there's a couple people in the program asking for more than me, and I can't have that shit. So I need to get them people in that can count. Right? Okay, so yeah. I mean, right now that's enough because you see right now, right here, I already have. I'll show you the subpoena for Google before we're done. It's right all. This is how my packages roll. If I do well, even if the regular packages are all set up like this, you only have to change you only have to add your information and placeholders. Now, this is custom package because I'm showing this dude specifically. In most cases, everybody's stuff is the same because you're showing the players, the government players, paid players for violating your due process. So in that sense, everybody's shit is the same. Statutes and codes are not violent laws. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. That's a wrap. They are not are aligned with the Constitution. So you can see right here, they just talk about the plaintiff operates and provides legal education, document preparation, guidance, and structured consulting services to self-represented individuals. The plaintiff's business models relies on public-facing content, including YouTube videos and where prospective customers engage with and with the value and make purchasing decisions. Oh, so we're showing right there that you're jacking with my money. Mm-hmm. And you do comment section and playing, you can see right there. Business. And the customer interact with questions and determine whether the plaintiff purchases, to purchase our stuff. So right here we go with facts and background. The defendant's been publishing statements targeting the plaintiff across multiple YouTube videos, comment threads. The defendant conduct escalated into repeated and continuous posting over multiple days across multiple videos and in direct interaction with and had direct interaction with my customers audience. Now, the defendant continued publishing statements after being challenged and being invited to attend the workshop or live stream and present factual basis for the claims and for the lies that you're telling people. And the defendant refused to provide any substantiation, refused to retract the statements, and continued as of 2 days ago to run his mouth. So defendant's actions constitute a pattern of repeated publication designed to interfere with the plaintiff's business and damage the plaintiff's reputation. Publication to third parties. The defendant's statements were publicly posted on YouTube and visible to third parties, including the plaintiff's current and prospective customers. The defendant published these statements directly within the plaintiff's content and comment section, where customers evaluate the plaintiff's services and make purchasing decisions. Oh, and of concentrated concern. Each of the defendant's statements were specifically about the plaintiff's business and the plaintiff's services, and identified subject statements is clear and unmistakable. Defamatory statements. The defendant published statements include but not limited to assertion that the plaintiff is a scam, a con artist, a gifter, dishonest, unqualified, and selling worthless or ineffective services. The defendant further stated that the plaintiff lied to customers and lacks knowledge or ability to provide legitimate legal services. Yeah. Somebody been shooting off our mouth for a little while. I let them roll 2 weeks without saying a word to them. 2 weeks. The ass need to remember, they made me wait 33 months. 33 months it took me to get out. I didn't go back home because they took I got out. 33. I ain't in no hurry. Well, I'm kind of getting over the hill now, so we need to pick it up a little. When is valuable for me or us? For us. Come on now. I can make a new word here and there. Come on now. So, what I included was 25 pages of the defamatory statements, and that's what I was showing you in the other video or in the other PDF, which was kind of blurry. That was kind of weird, but I'm glad whoever told me that, so we could change that. I think you can see this a little better. I might can make it even a little bigger. There, for all of you young people. We're going to go back up to the top and scroll down again with it being bigger. You can see it a lot better. 25 million complaint with defamation per se. Business disparagement. Okay, so let's scroll on down here. So that's Exhibit A. That's what we were looking at the beginning of the program. Now, I spent a little extra time on this. Actually, I spend extra time on everything because our goal is settlement conference, straight to the settlement conference. We ain't trying to go to no trial. Shit. I ain't trying to. With the fire you give them here, you shouldn't have. Now you need to like stop letting them run. Settlement conference. That's it. Settlement conference. And so it says right there, his statements are unprotected. And this is one. Well, there's several things here that are important to have in a lawsuit, and this is one of them. Followed an actual malice. Defendant acted with negligence and actual malice when the defendant, and I just put his YouTube channel right there because he's hiding. I don't know who he is. There's nothing I can do, and he can just say whatever the hell he wants to until he freaking run out of rope. How he ran out of rope. And he repeatedly published false statements targeting Plain's business and customers. And at one point, he said he was going to contact my customers off the platform and convince them not to spend. But he never offered anybody anything. He just talked shit and told them not to trust me, to trust him. But he can't even tell you what the hell his name is or who he is or nothing. What the hell? How's anybody going to trust your ass and you can't even put your name or your face or both, all your ass right out here? Because I'm talking shit. I'm telling people, and my face right here, and my phone's right here. Right, you buy my shit, you can call me, okay, and we'll figure it out. Where you at? You don't even want to know. Oh, I'm not sharing my personal information with you. Well, you know what? I'll get this shit from YouTube over on Google. So, ow. You're up in here talking shit to my customers and try to interfere with this, so that's all right. Third party reliance. And then this is important. Intent. The defendant's conduct demonstrates deliberate intent to interfere with the plaintiff's business operations, disrupt revenue, and damage the plaintiff's professional reputation. Where you at, Big Mouth? Bring your ass up. I know you're there. I know you're watching me right now. So you got nothing to lose because I'm going to find out who your ass is anyway. So you might as well just come on out forward right now. Have the guts have to bring your ass on out. We can't see you unless you leave a comment. You can leave a comment. I'm the dumbass that's about to get whopped. You could. Okay. You're not. I didn't think you would. Because you cowardly told me at the gate, I'm not giving you my personal information. Unless you're a federal judge or your ass dead, I won't be able to get it. But otherwise, I can get your personal information. and who knows, maybe I'll get your account yanked or whatever. You know, I may have contacted them now that I have everything that I need. I don't have to put up with your shit anymore. Oh, and by the way, the phone calls going to your office for the free Easter weekend at Cantor Land. There was a couple of videos that there was a couple of video titles that I put in there. I'm just saying it was really late. And so that I put in there to let people know that they can come free for Easter to Cantor Land to bring your trailer because you got free trailer hookups. So I'm pretty sure you should have some free trailer hookups. If you're not, you should probably get some. And I let people know that they need to call you because you give people free advice, free legal advice on everything that I do. So you should be getting some calls over to the office. And so now causation is another thing that's really important to link everything together. And the defendant's statements and actions disrupted the customer transactions, interfered with prospective business relationships, and caused loss of sales and revenues. Now, I got a bank record to show that. You know, you get shut down for freaking 12 days and you can't do shit other than stuff on the side, whatever. Yeah. But I don't need the bank records because we're going to the settlement conference. That's how I roll with all my stuff. You get your shit over here, you're going to the settlement conference. You ain't going to no damn trial. If you're going to trial, you don't know what the hell you got. And my specific damages, the defendant's conduct interfered with identifiable customer transactions, disrupted prospective transactions, and caused measurable loss within the plaintiff's business environment. Oh, and then per se damages because the defendant's statements accused the plaintiff of fraud, dishonesty, and that professionally. And his statements also said that I was committing felony crime. It was excuse me. He said it was a felony crime in some states to whatever. So I told him to show me the law, even if it's statute. Because statute and code are bullshit and don't have, but I'll give you that. And no, he couldn't come out with nothing. So then we published I think it was 84. I think I counted it was 84 different statements where he's in that 25 pages talking shit and telling people and it says right here that each instance of the defendant repeated statements constitutes a separate act of defamation and contributes to the ongoing harm. So count one, defamation per se. Defendant published false statements of fact accusing the plaintiff of fraud, dishonesty, and illegitimacy in his business, constituting defamation per se. And when you come to the table of defamation per se, it automatically goes straight to the settlement conference in the first place. Because if you can show all that right there, then there's nothing to argue. I know there's nothing to argue. That's just what I learned. I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. So you guys, if you see him, engage him. You get him to engage you, and then I can say that you got damaged. And then when I get done with him, then I have to hook you up. I ain't trying to say too much because, yeah, well, it ain't a Ponzi scheme because he's gonna have to pay for this. Ain't no way in hell he can buy. Y'all ass know me. There ain't no way I would put up anybody doing this shit coming to my stuff doing them. But sometimes there's a little value in letting people run their ass out of rope. Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, punitive damages to defendant's conduct was willful, malicious, and carried out with reckless disregard for my rights, justifying the award of punitive damages. The punitive damages to the pune. That's backwards. Okay. I'm a freak. I'm all right with that. Punitive damages. And so now we're getting down to injunctive relief. Yeah, and I've already communicated with. Well, I already communicated with YouTube to let them know there was a problem, and I didn't really want stuff removed. I already have a copy of it and I have video of it, so that's fine. Actually, it's probably better that it is removed, so people that come that haven't done the homework won't see his stupid shit. Even though he hasn't offered anything to anybody, just bullshit. Don't trust him. But who you gonna trust? Well, he can't even, or she can't even tell you their name. They can't tell you their damn name. So it's like, do you really think people here are going to listen to anything that your sorry ass has to say when you haven't said anything to bust up anything that I got on the table? Yeah, my stuff is pretty laid right out there. And I don't take no arguing to know what happens when you sue the bar association. Ah. So you can see right there under Rule 45, we'll get a subpoena from Google LLC for account and registration information, associated email address, IP login history, and identifying data sufficient to identify the defendant. Mm-hmm. I'm hiding out though. Y'all ass ain't gonna know. Coach your neighbors, coach your neighbors. Damn it, I say the wrong thing. I'm not giving you my personal information. I'll get it somewhere else. How about that? I'll get it somewhere else. How about that? Okay, so see, that's the thing with these sorry ass attorneys. Y'all ain't got no sense. Y'all ain't never lived po and shit. Okay? Because when you live po, you figure out how to do mo, okay? Because your ass is po. Figure out how to get it done. I don't need to pay nobody to hack you. I figured out myself how to make your ass come over here and get yourself in trouble because you're out of control and you have zero discipline. Mm-hmm. Zero discipline. And you don't do your homework before you screw with people. You should do your homework before you screw with people. Because some people don't give a shit and they don't roll with limitations. And that's where we're at right now. I don't give a shit and I don't roll with limitations. So here we are. You want to come and park your ass on my YouTube channel and talk shit in my face? Well, how about if I'm going to sue your ass? How about that? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a gifter. Mm-hmm. I'm about to give your ass something. Oh, emergency motion with temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. Bam! Maybe I'll demand they take your stinking bar card too. Yeah, because you for 30 years, I've had a license to practice law for 30 years. You ain't got no license to practice law. Oh, I got a certificate from the state. Oh, I got a certificate from these other corporations, and they all are corporations that pay me to throw people under the bus. Uh-huh. The defendant actively published false statements accusing Coach Neighbors of fraud, dishonesty, illegitimacy in his professional service. Oh, then interjected herself and attempted to persuade prospective clients from engaging in my service. No, you dissuade. You tried to dissuade. The conduct is ongoing, repeated, and cause immediate eruption. Mm-hmm. This kind of fire we make over here. Mr. Attorney Man trying to convince me he's a prosecutor. I'm like, you're a lie. Okay, because prosecutors don't whine like you've been whining for 2 weeks before you start trying to have a bone. But it wasn't in your back. And it wasn't a bone. I probably should drop that. But y'all know what I'm saying. Uh-huh. I haven't checked on the channel. I wonder if his ass is over there now, still talking shit, or if his buddies are contacting him because their phone been ringing off the hook all day from people wanting to hook their trailers up. Our staff is giving free access. Oh, okay. No, I know somebody else in the office did that, and they said there was some free stuff going on with Cantor Land, free Easter access, free homeless homeless people are welcome free of charge. No offense against homeless people, okay? I'm trying to hook y'all up, okay? Homeless people are welcome free of charge. Yeah. Could I piss them off anymore? Maybe. We don't roll with limitations, and it ain't over yet. Right now, it's gonna be a situation. I'm still struggling trying to get my bills paid. So if y'all need something, call me. The number is going right across the bottom of the screen, 913-240-0227. And say, Coach, I watched the stream. Okay, then I know to charge you double. Okay, no. Then I know that we're on the same page. Now we just gonna roll down there. Yeah, Google LLC, attention legal department. Huh. I wonder if your boy thought I wouldn't be able to find that information to ask them for his shit. He's telling me he's a prosecutor. And so you had to be an attorney, it has to be before he'd be a prosecutor, I guess. I don't know. But you think that he'd understand that people can get this stuff. I don't have to have his help or interference to get it done. I want to share one more time, but I hit the wrong button. I want to share this with you guys. It's about how we teach. We teach people how to manage their own legal issues without an attorney, using a non-conventional approach, focus on process procedures and how the system operates, not just what it says on paper. So here, people are going to learn how to recognize when their rights are being violated, understand how the system is functioning in real time, see the difference between what is happening and how it is being presented to you, and identify pressure, framing, and other controls, standing in control of your position instead of reacting. So here, your focus is not on arguing what of a case. Your focus is on why those violations can happen so easy, why they happen so easy, and including due process breakdowns, administrative misbehavior, and procedural issues. Why didn't the judge make everybody be fair? That's what they told you was going to happen, but that's not what happened. Okay, uh, people learn how to challenge the cause, not just respond to the outcome. So our program provides education, a structured framework, step-by-step way of thinking and moving. You learn how to move in their system. You learn how to stay in the tread, so your ass don't get dead. You stand it because you're under the bus. We all live under the bus 24/7. Okay, let's just throw it out there. Okay, if your ass ain't under the bus, then you must be one of them that's rich. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Because we live under the bus. So you learn a step-by-step way of thinking and moving inside their system. And we ain't trying to win nothing. We just need to block them from getting to the next step. That's huge right there. Oh, again, you don't need to win nothing. You just need to stay in the damn way. Okay, because they got to get that shit done and get that shit won in a certain amount of time for the people have to start paying the state for the theft of your shit. Okay. And then you're going to learn the tools that people can use themselves. That's the real thing here. You'll learn tools that people can use themselves. Real examples of pressure and how to handle it. It's kind of like Aikido. Like, you ain't gonna take on this big old fat dude when he comes running. You're gonna send his ass on over there, flipping upside down. So we ain't representing nobody here. Okay, you're acting as a legal voice, making decisions on your case, applying law to specific facts. We're not doing that. We teach you how to protect your due process. Pretty much, that's what it is. Everything you do is designed to keep you in control of your situation. Here you learn how to jumpstart your critical thinking process, recognize patterns, pick the right lane, stay in that lane. And if you need to shift lane, you know how to do it, which way you need to go without losing position, without being in the zag when you should be in the zig for the tread. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because if your ass ain't in the zigzag, it's a situation. Okay, you learn how to turn that pressure into positioning. Mm-hmm. And our goals, we teach you how to protect your due process rights. That means stopping the court process. Coach, how do you stop the court process? Well, you know what? If you add the state who's paying everybody, you add the payroll, you add the hitman or woman that's getting paid to jack you, and you add the snitches to throw your ass under the bus to the counterclaim and file it right in their case. And bam, they're toast because they can't represent themselves. They can't litigate a case they're a party to. They can't represent each other. Why didn't the attorney tell you you could do that? Or you could just sue the Bar Association. This is why these guys are mad. Well, they're mad too because they're really mad because the first 75 videos was people I was telling people to ask them to show them their license to practice law. Did they charge you a whole bunch of money? You don't have no license to practice law. Oh yeah. So now I got one more thing that I want to show you guys too. There it is. Okay, this is the counterclaim strategy. And I'm going to make it a little smaller. So you guys take a look at it. And I gotta go let my dog out. And then I'll be back in a minute. I was on my lunch too, so y'all know when it's time to eat, man. It's a situation. So I tell people, don't call me between 5 and like 8, 5 and 7, okay. So this counterclaim strategy is what we've been using. This is the new ching chang right here. Okay, before we got to this, we were using federal case law in state court. You can use higher court case law in lower court, but you can't respond to the higher court case law with statutes and codes, because statutes and codes are not valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. So they don't have the 3 elements necessary for something to be a valid law. So what we've been teaching people how to do is, and what we've been doing wrong. So we just, some states have a rule that you have to serve the counterclaim. So we need to start serving the counterclaim. I think the Iceman served his counterclaims, or Lil Ice served his counterclaims. I know we need to just do it in all of where we use, because that just cuts out that gap for them to fall into with the little bullshit. Basically, how we do that. Okay, so before we did the counterclaim strategy, we were backing them in the corner because they couldn't answer to federal case law and federal acts with statutes and codes. And then now with the counterclaim strategy, you add the state, you add the judge who's getting paid by the state. The state is the one that's stealing your property, or the one that's listed on the shit as the injured party. The government can't be injured party on nothing anyway, unless you're in the military on, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So you add the state, you add the judge, you add the attorney, where was set that up. I mean, it's like in the hood. You take out who's paying, who's getting paid to take you out, and whoever set that shit up. There's like a snitch, as you usually the word. Oh. And so when you add them to their own counterclaim, to your counterclaim, and serve them, because that's what we've been just filing in the case. Okay, but we're learning that we have to, the hold up is that, in judicial court, they have to tell you what is the problem, but not in administrative court. They just want to let you flop over there until you run out, until they start getting you to jump through their hoops, and they hoop your ass right out the back door. Okay, so when you add them to the counterclaim and then serve them and file in their case, then it's a problem, because they can't litigate a case they're party to. They can't represent themselves. They can't represent each other. They can't represent other members from the same corporation. Yeah, it's a little situation. Okay, so your goal is to get the hell out of state court anyway, because you already know they operate off of statutes and codes that aren't valid laws. What they're doing in state court is not connected to the Constitution. And so, our goal is just to crush that and get the hell out of there. Oh, wait, before you leave, you want to take a certified copy of their entire state court docket sheet with you before you leave. You want to take that with you over to federal court. Not as evidence, because your ass still ain't in a judicial court. You're still in administrative court. So you want to take it over there as an exhibit. As an exhibit to show why they're able to violate you, not the what. The why makes everybody's stuff the same. And when you understand that in this program, you will have fun right at the gate. You will have fun right at the gate. The why. Why they're able to violate you, not what. When you start about the what, the opens to arguing, and then they kick your butt. We do the why. Why they're able to violate you. They don't want to talk about that. You're not arguing there. They're violating you because they're violating your due process everywhere. Statutes and codes are invalid laws. They're tricking you and they're making you think you're in a judicial court and you're in an administrative court. The rules come from the Supreme Court down the street. There's a corporation like Walmart does the same shit they're doing, and those rules aren't connected to the Constitution. So before you leave, you want to take that certified copy of the entire state court docket sheet over to show you all the shit they were doing. That's it. Now you're in federal court addressing the why, not the what. And this is why people call me all the time. Oh, coach, I got special circumstances. Might say, no. I used to say, if it was criminal, then that would be a check down. But criminal statutes, even on the federal level, are still bullshit. Our laws that connect to the Constitution are the statutes at large, and we don't use them. They don't use them anymore. They don't even go by the Constitution. The chat told me we're going by the modern era. No, I'm not going by no modern era shit in court. What the hell does that mean? Modern era, E-R-A. What the hell does that mean? Oh, that means we're going by precedents. Okay, well, wait a minute. Who makes the damn precedents? They do. How the hell is that? Why would I want to do that shit? I'm like, no, chat, the hell with that shit. We need to be talking what's connected to the Constitution. And then he uses other big long word to make the reference for that. Dude, you can say over my head all you want to, but I know where you at. So you. And so by doing things that way, even for people, you don't have to have your documents. You don't have to state a claim. You don't have to. They can't answer to nothing. They can't respond on a state level. Not even the judge. I don't think the judge can't respond either when you file federal case law and federal acts in state court. The judge can't respond. None of them can respond to federal case law without a federal bar card. No, y'all ass didn't think I was going to say license. Okay? Because I got one, though. I got mine right here. That's my new driver license, right? No, that's my ID. You get one of these cuando tienes miedo. Okay, you get one of these when you have fear. I keep mine. I look at it every morning, every day, every night. I look at it all the time. I wish I was wearing different clothes than orange clothes. I look really good. I look young. Okay, sorry. This is not about I. And so this is one of the most effective ways to stop the entire court process, state or federal. Don't matter. If it's in federal court, you do the same thing. Hit them with the counterclaim. And then you might have to file your claim in another district or something because I don't think they're going to be fair. Hey, puppy. My puppy woke up. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody? This is Legal Lily. She's not sure where the camera's at, but she knows how to be a ham. She's shy. I think she wants to take over. Oh, no, you're looking at my food over there, huh? Well, you don't get none of that food. You know what happens. It's not good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's what I'm, that's the way you can take control of their state court process or any court process the first thing you want to do. And this moves you past many of the documents that we had, and a lot of the documents that we had in the packages were for crushing the state court process. Now we just smack them. Now we've had the new documents that we added, the 2 objection documents, because what we've been doing wrong on that part is we should object to the procedural, and then have another substantive due process violation. We've been doing them both on the same page, and it's not been working for us because they hide behind the fact that don't understand what we're saying. They think that we're trying to file an appeal because we're going to be with their decision. And we are going with the decision, but we're also going to be with them throwing our ass under the bus and all the shady stuff that they did. All right, hang on one second. I have a little. Come on, baby. She got booted. Thank you for that, L Bank, for letting me know about that. It actually looked fuzzy just looking at it. So the counterclaim is just the same lawsuit as the lawsuit. So you just change the word in the front to counterclaim. And then we use that to stop the state court process. But keep in mind, you're just stopping the state court process. We're not trying to litigate nothing in the state court. We're going to get the hell out of there. And the people that end up getting jammed up are the ones that don't get out of there. So that's kind of what happens there. Thank you, Dustin. I know he's watching, or she. I'm trying not to assume anything. And if I was going to pick on somebody and crash their site and try to run them out of business, I would have done a little homework on them, see how they rolled. I got a playlist of how I handle scammers who lie and try to get their money back. I'm pretty sure he would fit right in with that in that lane. Oh, had he done his homework, maybe he would have found out that when you roll without limitations, that's usually you ain't trying to mess with people who don't roll without limitations. Who roll without limitations. It's like old people. When I was young, you walk across the parking lot, old people act like they don't see your ass. They ain't got enough to live for. What the hell? I know they see you, but get the hell out of their way. That's the situation. So we worked on that for a few days because we wanted to have it particularly just right. And who knows, it'll be on the website. I got a bunch of packages that ain't on the website because I just don't have time to put them on there. I did a package for Earl, and he's the IRS is trying to hit him. He's retiring at the end of this month or something. He's retiring, and the IRS is trying to hit him up $52,000, $52,900 income tax. Income tax is voluntary. It's total BS. And then so I put together the package he needs to take care of that. We haven't implemented it yet, but it's ready for you, Earl, when you're ready to go. Then I had another young man that was having a intimate domain issue where the feds came down on a state level and was trying to take the shit in state court using condemnation as the title for their action. And condemnation is the name of the process in federal court that they use to do the eminent domain. But when it comes down to state court, they call it condemnation, and now they're not operating from the Constitution, because the Constitution part of eminent domain is federal. State court has no judicial authority. And I'm going to say this again. No state court has judicial authority to hear anything that has to do with your property. No state court. Eviction court, no. The other fake court that they call the state, the county, no. Why is that? Because state court operates off of statutes and codes that aren't aligned with the Constitution. They do it all day, Coach. I know. They do a whole bunch of shit all day, but not to everybody. They don't do it all day to everybody. Because some people ain't having it no more. Some people are not having it. Crackers and cheese and leftover dinner. That karma can be a bee. It always comes back around to assholes. And Grandma told me you need to have good character so karma don't kick your ass. Mm-hmm. I know he's watching. I know he's watching. Come on out there, bud. Come on out here and saying, you're gonna have to face everybody anyway. Some point in time. Well, That's a good question. That's a good question. So we're going to answer that for you here. Diplomatic immunity. That's what you're talking about right there. I just call myself a state citizen of the republic state I was born because sometimes I can't spell national, and I didn't know what people consider that to be. So, but you guys can see right here. Let me see if I can make it bigger so you can see it easier. Now, this is a document that teaches you how to fill out your passport application so that you receive your passport with 5 stars, which removes you from their jurisdiction. So to answer your question, yes, it is very helpful, but it's not going to help you in the court process because they're going to ignore all that. I like people to get it to protect them because a lot of times when you piss off these people, they try to send the police to follow you home from the courthouse, or they have their different ways that they try to intimidate you. And when you have this filled out, now I include this in some of the packages, and I think I had it on the website for like $20 or something. And you maybe could find it. Now, this was sent to me from Cowboy, a young man from California. And then I learned about the process from UCEP before I got this, and it was a lot more complicated trying to understand. This talk walks you through the real shit about 14th Amendment and on all those stuff that you need to understand so that when you get to, and right there, taxpayers, we're not taxpayers. Now, some of this stuff would be helpful to have in your pleading if you wanted to put some of it in your pleading. But basically, what it's saying here is you have to make sure that you're not admitting that you are U.S. citizen, that your parents are U.S. citizens, that you live in the U.S., work in the U.S. You don't have nothing to do with the U.S. U.S. is the federal government. And when they talk about U.S. citizens, people don't realize there's two. One is a government employee, your straw man, those are considered both the same. And then there's a real person that was born in a republic state. Nobody can be born in a fake corporation. So nobody can be a U.S. citizen, really. But nobody can be born in a fake ass corporation. There, I said it. So here you go. It tells you right here. It kind of starts into that, but I would suggest you read the whole thing so that you can understand the whole thing, because there are a lot of other rights. You have a right to carry a firearm in any state. You have the right to do a lot of things that you don't have if you have driver. I don't even use driver license. I don't even waste my time with driver license unless I'm going to rent something from U-Haul. And I know the people over there where I live, and they said, neighbors, it ain't happening. We need an address to go find you. And you're saying here that you don't actually have an address. The address you use is your domicile, where you get your mail. So this walks you through exactly how are you supposed to do this. So yes, the process is worthy, but it's not going to help you defend your property or stay out of jail. It'll help them not be able to initiate the situation where you end up in this, well, as far as the police pulling you over or whatever. I've got, and then here's what it looks like. This is what the application looks like for the passport. So it's very thorough. Now, I include this in some of the premium packages. If you want it, just call me or let me know, and text me $20 or cash out me $20 or something, and I'll send it over to you. So here it talks about traps to avoid when you're filling it out. This is very thorough. I had to read it several times so I can make sure that I understood it. It's very thorough, and there's a lot of information. And it talks right now about the W-4 form, the tax shit, all that stuff is bullshit. They shouldn't even be doing that shit to you. Most people think the W-2 form and all those forms are IRS forms, and they're not. They're corporate forms the corporation uses to serve your ass up to the IRS. That's what they are. So I've been pulled over before. You can pull up the traffic videos. So I got pulled over before a couple of times. Well, a few times. And, I was like, Mr. Neighbors, we're going to let you go, whatever. Do you know you have a warrant out for your arrest? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they don't want my ass down there, because I know you called them and asked them if they want me to, they wanted you to bring my happy ass in. And they probably said no. And that's why y'all let me go. So. Don't need to get on out of my face. They can't find you in their system. You're not in their jurisdiction. So you can see this is pretty. It's pretty detailed. And it goes into some other stuff. See there you go. It shows you're restricted. Do not stop, do not detain, do not arrogate, and you got a lifetime concealed weapons permit. I don't care if they have a charge against you or say you don't. If you get this, you can carry your weapon, and they can't do crap about it. That corporate crap is, and I actually have a lawsuit for that too. I think it's 9G something. Y'all need to contact me because there ain't no reason people need to be putting up with even crap on these people. Not if you're around here. We don't put up with that crap no more. And I told you how to stop the process, move it over there, and then when you get over there, these fools still can't answer to the federal case law even when you're over there. And that's why you're damming their ass up to go straight to the settlement conference. But you want to tell the federal judge that, that you're doing it in the interest of preserving the court's resources. Okay, but you gotta do it without laughing, okay? You gotta look okay. You want to tell the court that you're doing it in interest of preserving the court's resources. Because you care so much, so deeply. So this is 14 pages of stuff here. Yeah, this is well, teaching how to not answer the lawsuit. We don't have to answer to it because we just add them to their own shit and jam them up. So, and then what you were saying, May, the state citizenship case law is right there. So this is a pretty good resource to have if you're doing your own thing. All this fire right here, you add your stuff, there's no arguing. And that's how you need to do it. And stay away from them, stay away from their freaking the way they run their shit off of precedents and that shit, because it's a waste of your time. And that's pretty thorough. So it's nice you brought that up. I was wanting to share that anyway, and even maybe have a stream about it at some point in time. But if anybody's interested in that, if you're interested in that PDF, it's $20, and I'll email it over to you. You have to give me a call, and then when we get done hanging up, you have to leave me your name and email address and no other words. Otherwise, I won't be able to find your number and I have to open them all up. So that's why I always ask, just leave your name and email address and not a bunch of words. Thank you, Lil Ice. I'm trying to keep up with you, man. Oh. I don't know what international court. The only judicial court that I know of, International Court of Trade, I think it's in New York or something. But yeah, you're right. Federal courts are administrative courts also, and no judge is going to give you a finding of facts and a conclusions of law. That means any judge that rules against you now, with that, you can crush them. Thank you, and you're welcome. And when you get to federal court, they usually send you over to the magistrate judge. And the magistrate judge does not have judicial authority to hear anybody's stuff without the signed consent from all parties. So there you go. Supplemental pleading, that's how you make changes without having to ask or ask for, I don't ask for leave of court anyway. That's just ridiculous to think, But when you go to file an amendment, scroll down to the bottom of that, and you'll see the rules for supplemental pleading. You can file a supplemental pleading as long as you add a party or count or both, and have to be connected to the original reason why you were there. Man, my scientists are out to lunch today. The weather is changing or something. You missed it all, but we're not done, and you can watch it again when we're done, because it's going to be in the video. Alabama John. I don't know Alabama John. And I'm kind of busy right now. He can come over here. We'll tell him I'll look him up. I kind of like to get to know people before I show up, because I ain't trying to have a situation if I don't say the right thing. Yeah, we found out in Ohio that they want you to serve the counterclaim, so they try to hold up and do all this shit, which is fine, because I just tell people, what the hell, and that's all it takes to crush their ass, to serve that shit to them, because after you get them adding them to it and all that, it starts getting pretty fun. I think. So what's Purple do? Does Purple do legal stuff over there? I don't know who's Alabama John. Does Alabama John do legal stuff over there? I don't know. I'll see if he's still alive when I get done. I can check him out. Well, yeah, you're talking two different things, but no. If I was going to address the tax problem, I have an income tax lawsuit package that you file against against the IRS and the Treasury Department and your state. I'm not looking at it right in front of me, but I put it together here like 4 or 5 months ago. So. And it's on sale. Everything's on sale still. It's on sale until my account get built back up, because I still got stuff coming out. People running me out. Yeah. But they paying. And you see what they doing. they're whining and doing all this stuff and coming to my channel and making me have to kick their ass in court. So, they're pretty grumpy about the whole thing. They're grumpier than me. I don't credits, dude. You just sue them for taking your money. You sue them for violating your due process because there's no law that says you have to pay income tax or property tax or any tax, except for if it was all apportionated according to the Constitution, and that's not the way it is. So, what and the lawsuit package is $300, but I would, I would make you, if you're interested in, call me. My number's right going across the bottom of the screen there. I want to make shit happen for people who want to step up and help me out through this financial situation that we had to go through because we got shut down for half a month. But I showed you guys a lawsuit that I'm going to be taking to the table as soon as I get some more money saved up. So I might need to start a GoFundMe. Whoever invests in a lawsuit will get hooked up on the flip side. I gotta get that $400. I can file that puppy in federal court. That's what we're working on. There's no credits for anybody, hon. You just want to sue them. I don't know. You just, I wouldn't worry about no credits. I would just sue their ass. That's how you got to do that. Okay, guys, thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. Yep, just sue them. We ain't got time to be playing. Besides, unless you're trying to go to trial, so if you're trying to go do a trial, then you got time to play. But if you're not trying to go do a trial, the fee schedule work. I don't. Oh, you mean like? No, I don't. I'm not sure what that is. I do customer service, but I charge $1,700, and you have to pay up front. So, and then I put the paperwork together, and then I email over to them from my company website, and I usually give them some nice words, as your legal team. But then you still have to sign that stuff and take it down there and file it. And then you have to keep up with your stuff. And then I do one response free. And then after that, if I have to respond again, it's $75. So that way, I can do that. I can only do a few of these a month. So I don't take on a whole bunch of these because I like to sit down and look these people up and put their other email addresses on there, made their alias names or maiden names or whatever on there, and then email everybody all together, especially when you do the RICO, so that these other players can visualize their share liability. You don't need one person to check out. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with that, but I don't have no copyright on my stuff. Otherwise, it would just defeat the purpose. Okay, the purpose of what we're doing here is everybody to build their own army. So, and nobody gives a crap about copyright shit anyway. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, they try to get after me for using pictures. I tell them they were on the internet. I actually screenshot them, and then when they went into my computer, there were my pictures then. So y'all can just take that shit and go sit on it. Oh, Lord have mercy, man. Yeah, we want to charge them $25 million, but I'm not going to do it in a fee waiver or fill out none of their forms. You're about to kill me over here. No, we don't do that. You just charge them $25 million or charge another $30 million. And charge them for our time. We're going to sue them for violating your due process. That's what we do here. We sue them for violating due process. Okay, thank you, little Ice Man. And I'm pretty sure he probably has almost everything that I have. That's fire. Now, I do have some new stuff that I don't think you have the income tax, but you're not worried about that, Frederick. And if them people lock you up for pissing them off like you're doing, just call me. You ain't that far from me. Well, I got to get new tires first. Okay, then don't piss them off too bad till I get new tires. Then I'll roll down there and get you out, or maybe I'll visit with you. I ain't scared. They gonna lock my ass up too. I am not scared. I'll set up shop. I'll be like that kid in the cupcake shop. And see how many people I can send home. I don't have to worry about commissary or nothing. I already got a plan. It's the same shit I did last time. 4 Mexicans get out and go home, and they were really mad. Somebody over there is helping the Mexicans. Well, it wasn't me. It wasn't me because they said I was mentally ill. I couldn't help my own attorney, do my own shit. So it wasn't me. So, yeah. Well, I'm scared of that. And yeah, they ain't sending me back to the mental institution again. So that means you gotta be a pain in the ass and fight and kick the whole damn way, rolling up the side of the mountain with the rocks. With the rocks. Dodging all of them. Remember I told you, you gotta stay in the tire tread. If you live under the bus, that's how you gotta roll. You gotta stay in the tire tread. And then you gotta roll without limitations. And yeah, like Little Ice Man said. Okay, so I told one of my friends, my fear is I ain't planning on standing on my feet at Walmart all day long because they took my shit that I should be doing some things with. I had some investments and stuff, walking my, no, I ain't, And my friend said, well, Coach, you could work someplace else. Oh, Lord have mercy. Can you just shut the hell up? Okay. I'm retirement age right now. I shouldn't have to be working my ass off, scraping, whatever. But you know what? They taught me how to live out of a box with 3 sets of orange clothes. I'm doing better than that right now, okay? But that's my point. My point is there ain't no other option. This is it. And then we're going to figure out a way to make it work. Anybody get in my way? Just going to get you can ask the attorney ass that's trolling us how you get in the way. It's going to be a situation. It's going to be a situation for somebody. Oh yeah, people following me around and trying to cut me off and want to make sure I know they're there. I don't give a shit. You guys can pull me over or haul me off anytime. I don't give a shit. I already been through it all, so I don't care. All I know is I'm not kissing nobody's ass. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I'm not violating no law. This This is my therapy. Okay, what I do right here, this is my therapy. It keeps me from being a hater. I'm really good at this. I'm real good at this. Ooh, I'd be really. You wouldn't want me to hate you. Just ask Cantor Injury Law what happened when you get on that list. He's not on the hate part yet. I'm having too much fun with Cantor Law, Injury Law. I'm sure it's him. I know that's who the asshole is. Okay, because I only take on a couple of projects at a time. And his ass stepped up to get up in my face. So it's on. That's, he thought it was slick. He didn't think that I'd figure it out. But I did. I figured it out. I told my web design team that we need to know what URL is in the one field that handles 87% of the traffic, and that's the cell phone field. 87% of shoppers are shopping on their cell phones. So you find out whose URL in that field, that's what I want to know. Cantor Injury Law out of St. Louis. And when I pulled him up, I recognized his picture. I helped somebody kick his ass, but I don't remember who it was yet. Maybe it'll come to me, but right now, I'm going to get to kick his ass myself. So I gave him enough rope, and he wrapped that rope all around stuff. And I'm about to yank his ass back to reality. I don't see him here, and I haven't checked on my channel to see if he's back. He's probably taking a little extra heat because I had about 20 videos I uploaded last night and early this morning, and the titles of them. Well, one of them said my staff is inviting everybody out to Cantor Land on Easter for free. And one of them said, homeless people are welcome and bring your trailer because we got trailer hookups. So, and then there were several that said call them because they're offering free foreclosure defense and free legal help on my YouTube channel. So they want people, I'm trying to help them get some customers. Okay, so we've been asking people to call them and ask them for their free foreclosure help. Yeah, there ain't nothing. Yeah, live, eat, and breathe, and then I listen to it when I go work out. But you know what? One of the biggest differences is this book right here. This book right here, Global, how to communicate effectively with anyone, anywhere, globally. That was one. And then I have another book called Think Again by Adam Grant. And that book was totally off the chain. That book taught you how to rethink all of the things that you've been running your life with for all these years, that most of them started when you were like a kid and you never rethunk this shit. Oh yeah, that book. So between those two books, but I tell you what, when I got done reading this book, And then I went back over to start working with my ads. I looked at my ads like, shit. My ads, I didn't say nothing in my ads before I read the book. I was like, there ain't nothing in my ads. I did not put anything. And so I actually uploaded that book to my chat GBT so my chat can make the ads for me using the communication skills from the book. Oh, the first videos I put out, like almost 500 views. Yeah, it's off the chain. And it's helped me understand how to communicate what we do in a more effective way, so people can understand it that have different types of communicating patterns. So, JP, you need to call me. I actually helped 3 people. One of them was my brother and one of his friends with this situation, and it's easier and more fun if the dealership sells new cars, because then you have more leverage. But what we do is, okay, so when I used to sell cars too, so I that's how I know the inside of this. Okay, so what we do is we go in and we put the lender against the dealership. Okay, and the way we do that is we're like, here's all the things that was the problem. Okay, and I'm not sure if the lender knew or if the dealership took advantage of the lender also. Okay, so the framing here is the dealership ain't losing the lender. They're not going to lose a lender over some stupid shit like that. They're not. So if you frame that right, you usually can get yourself. It's quicker if they do new cars, but it's not something that you have to take to hit on. I don't know. You should call me, because I can tell you with a little more understanding, and I think pretty much you already said enough, and I already know what you need. And shit, you could bring Rico on the table on that shit too, because all the stuff they're doing over there is all of that. I'm thinking it probably was a used car, and yeah. No, dude, call me sometime tomorrow, because it's pretty late now, but not before 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, because I get up before then, but my brain is not ready to talk to people, so I have to get my tea and do some things. Wow. So, the other thing, how long ago did this take place? It was recently. That shit really matters, but you can call me. We can, dude. I do all kind of. I can show you how to do it or whatever. It's up to you how you want to handle it. So, I have open space. I had another young lady call me yesterday from someone I'm already working with, and I'm hoping that she called me back. So call me back, Kim, so we can get rolling with you in your spot, because I'm only able to take on 2 of these at a time, and then I can't, because I like to be very thorough and make sure that everybody that's involved feels the fire. So that's how I like to do it. And you can ask people in Jesse, when they let his ass out of jail in Richmond, Texas, the prosecutor, it turns out she was a damn intern. She was listed as an intern on the website. Excuse me. Let me get it procedurally correct according to my eyeballs. And so she was listed as an intern on their website, and she's prosecuting people as a prosecutor. So this ain't my first rodeo. So y'all know my question was, I wonder what she's bringing to the table to get to do this stuff without having to check her. Okay, because when you got people that are working underneath you that don't have whatever, then it's supposed to be a checker. Nothing's supposed to get done without the checker doing the checking. There's supposed to be some damn checking going on by the checker. So I'm wondering why she's able to do that without the checker checking what's going on, because there should be a checker. What is she bringing to the table? Okay, if I say it 20 more times, it doesn't. Okay, it's already getting creepy. Okay. Nobody wanted to answer none of my questions, but they let him out. They let his ass. So first off, they had an emergency hearing, and she put out a restraining order on Jesse. Jesse said she put out a restraining order on us, Coach. I said, us? Oh, hell no. I know that witch with a W, okay, did not put a restraining order on my ass. Oh, yeah, she didn't want you emailing. Shit, I'm emailing right now. I emailed her like 3 times. Oh, they can just come and arrest me, all right? She gonna put her restraining order out on me. I ain't even got a copy of it. I don't even have a copy. She didn't email me. She had my email address. She had an email address because when Jesse went down there with his RICO shit, he already filed it. They already had a warrant out for him, whatever. So he went down there, and when he went down there, they arrested him anyway. And they let him text me. And so he's texting me what's going on. I said, well, who put the handcuffs on you? And he said, oh, their name, whatever. I said, well, spell their name. So he asked the dude to spell his name, and the dude spelled his name. And he spelled it, and I wrote it down. And then I did a supplemental pleading. While they were processing him, we did a supplemental pleading, and we added the person that handcuffed Jesse to their shit for $35 million or whatever, and chinged it over on the email to him. And I told Jesse, you might want to tell your boy over there that he needs to get a supervisor, because he is can no longer do shit to you in the case, because he's a party to the case now. And you might want to ask him if they got the email. He said, oh, yeah, they're over there looking at something. They look scared. Okay, so they let him out. And the next day, Jesse called me laughing. He was laughing so hard. I'm like, dude, he's like, Coach, they just texted me. They want me to come back. They want me to come back to the jail so I can get an ankle monitor. They was in a big hurry to get his ass the hell out of there. Yeah, and they forgot about, and I already told him, you ain't wearing no ankle monitor. The hell with that shit. They want to do that, you stay in there. And he said, done, Coach. Oh, yeah, no. And so I said, so you headed back down there? And he said, no, Coach, I'm still laughing. Oh, yeah. I told him, so my advice is tell him to come and arrest you again, because you ain't going down there. You ain't volunteering to shit. Everything they do, they're doing because you volunteer. You agree to it. I ain't lying. You agreed to it. Here, put your stuff in this bag. Sign right here. Here, put this orange shit on. Sign right here. Wait, before you do that, bend the hell over. I'm. Oh, hit the comment button down there, subscribe, and you guys need to hit that bell all the time, because they've been checking my stuff, so nobody's getting on. Hit that button, y'all. Y'all think I got this sign right here. After they get done doing all the sign right here. Mm-hmm. I ain't signing nothing. I got arthritis. So. What about the other hand? Rice over there too. Okay, yeah, I had a chance to use some of this shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm real good at stopping the court process. I'm real good jamming up their corporate crap. And when it comes to the car thing, I think I can help you get that shit unwound. Most of what we do is what we learn how to do is expose the shit. If they don't give a shit about you, they care more about everybody else finding out what you did. Thank you. Yeah, call me tomorrow. You see the number right there, right? 913-240-0227. I need to get some people. I want to get some people out of jail, some people facing some criminal shit, because I got some real fire for that shit. I just don't, I don't have people lined up for it yet. So I need some people. I need some people that's in the first 2 weeks of this month, I'm still making deals. After that, I should be out of the woods, and then I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. So, no, there's a lot of fun giving away a bunch of extra shit. Hey, I'm just going to say it's a lot of fun giving away a bunch of extra shit because, they got this stuff is all lined up, and we're just not figuring it out. But we're learning how to cut to the chase now, and that badass sue the bar association. Oh, yeah. So I got a breach of contract, legal malpractice or breach of contract lawsuit. That you can sue the attorney that you paid that throwed your ass under the bus, and it's gonna be $25. I'm gonna pull it out tomorrow and add a few things to it. It's gonna be $25 for the breach of contract, legal malpractice, breach of contract. So we go after the attorney. When you do just legal malpractice, it's really hard just to do that because they're the ones they're doing the shit and they set up the stuff. So in order to do that the way they got it set up, you got to kill like a whole country of people. A whole country of people have to like perish. Okay, so, but what we done is we tweaked that shit a little bit and then we threw in breach of contract. Because when they leave your ass standing there in the court on the day by yourself and don't show up, that's a breach of the contract. When they make the deal behind your back without telling you shit about that, it's a breach of contract. When they take the payment from their buddies down the street to feed your ass, it's a breach of contract. And you know what? Everybody that hired an attorney knew that the contract was breached before the ass was on fire. Pretty much. Most people do. What do you do? They're cocky. What are you going to do? Sue me. Call them, file a complaint. I don't give a shit. I'm busy. Unless some more people are throwing in a bus. Oh, well, how about you pick on the wrong ass people? How about some people are willing to do whatever it takes? How about some people roll without being scared? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And that's why I'm in the situation room. Okay, in case there's a situation, But you know how it is. You watch TV. Now y'all can do whatever you want to, but I ain't checking out nowhere till that one dude got to come back and take that picture. That one dude that got to come back and take that picture. After that, I'm good. I'm either going or I'm coming. Either way, I got a pathway going where I need to be, and I ain't even worried about it. And then I'm making the other pathway right now. So there's some people a little grumpy about that. But you know what? You try to shut me down, I'm gonna shut you down too. I'm gonna figure out a better way. My way is working better. I just ask people to hit your ass up and make you show them your license to practice law, Cantor, because I don't think you have one. Yeah, I think you've been lying to people for 30 years. 30 years. Just think of all them people that you lied to. Well, half of them. Okay, that's too many. 10 of them got to beat your ass. Okay, the hell with it. We don't have limitation. All of them. What if all the people that you screwed over in the 30 years that you had a license to practice law, what if they all got to line up and get a piece of your ass? Okay, so what if just 4 or 5 of them lined up and got the lawsuit? Y'all ask to come to free coaching. Okay, if you're suing the Bar Association in St. Louis, it comes with free coaching. It might even come with a free damn lawsuit package. I don't know. It might be a lot too. It might be half of the 149 if you over there and you about to get kicked out. But I threw that deal on the table a little while back. Okay, because I wanted to have an opportunity to kick these people's ass myself. And then I used to hunt. I used to fish for a catfish. You just give them the rope and let them roll around, play or whatever. Until you're done with giving them the rope, and then it's a situation. So that's what we got now. We got a ropeless situation. We got a ropeless situation. Less rope situation. And I don't know. It's sad that this stupid ass sit over here and talk crap and act like can't nobody else put together nothing that can sue his ass. Are you kidding me right now? Well, it's done, and I'm just waiting to get it. Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting to get out of this hole from y'all running me and trying to run me out of business. Because you ran me out of money, but not out of business. And I had a team of people that donated to help me out. And if one of those people call me, it says donation next to their name. I guarantee you they're not going to wait very long to get help. Okay, that's how that rolls. I still got a donation button on the website up there somewhere. You make a donation, you might can get that next to your name too. It's like a gimme. You can't never have too many gimmies, especially with the coach. Well, you only need like 1 or 2. Okay, otherwise, you might need to change some other stuff. No, all right, but you know what? Keeping it real, the first time you jam their ass up at what you learned over here, they don't want your ass in the court no more. They're not gonna want to see your ass in the court anymore. And if they do have to drag your ass in the court, they're gonna make it at 4:45. Okay, so nobody else can hear the shit that's gonna come out of your mouth. Oh, that's what they call it. I'm like, dude, you can call it shit because it just kick your ass. So you can call it whatever you want to. I'm down with that. Oh. No, dude, I don't do anything that requires me to sign their forms. I don't do trust. I don't do LLCs. I don't do none of that stuff. And the reason is because everything works great when you're doing that shit, as long as everybody's in agreement that we're going to honor the fake corporate shit. As soon as someone's not in agreement to honor the fake corporate shit, then the shit changes. And now you're going to court. You can't represent yourself. You can't represent your LLC. You can't, whatever. You got to have an attorney go to court for you on the corporate shit. Why is that? So no, I don't mess with the stuff. I don't sign none of that shit. I don't do trusts. When it comes to your property, the codes get your deed out of their office, so you don't need a trust for that shit. You get your deed out of their office. You fill out this thing and get your passport, so your name's not in their shit. Your kids are not in their shit. Your kids all have passports too for their driver's license. And you don't, I don't know. What is the trust? That all works. There's no trust when you're on the government side of things. I'm sorry. There ain't. People, taxes, income taxes. During COVID, people had to stay home. When people going to work was the attorneys, and these people still doing foreclosures and evictions and shit. They all went to work every day. That's what I heard. I mean, you could. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, because the bar lawsuit has way more power than breach of contract bullshit. I'm just saying. The bar lawsuit has way more power than. Now, the other thing is the bar lawsuit, you're suing the bar association, not just the attorney. So in the legal malpractice breach of contract, you're suing the attorney, and you're not. I mean, you could add the bar association to that if you wanted to, but the ideal situation is to be suing them for the why, not so much the what. I don't sign none of their stuff. Now, people use the state proper affidavit if they can't pay, but they're going to throw your stuff out down the road. So I don't sign any of their forms. So don't ask me questions about their forms. I don't sign their forms. I don't have shit to do with their forms. Yeah. Uh, the little ice man got a bunch of stuff going. He got more cages going than I ever had. I keep up with all that shit. Get that shit done. I'm not sure what boat you're talking about there, Mainless. But they yelled at, but the attorney raised their voice and the judge yelled at me. Yeah, I have a pretty good skill here. So, JP, are you from Rumble? You'd be my first person from Rumble. The problem is they're going to ignore it and throw it out. That's a problem. At some point, they're going to ignore it and throw it out. Usually, when they do that, they hold it on the same level as the whole inmate stuff, and they're going to throw it out. Oh, that's cool. You're going to be the first person from Rumble that actually called me and got something done over there. That's bad. That's badass. So you call me tomorrow, and we'll figure out some kind of way to turn the fire hose on somebody. I like teaching people how to burn people. I don't burn anybody. Oh, no. I was getting ready to do this one here for the mental health bullshit they put me through. But I got this idiot over here. I got this idiot over here who thinks they can hide out. So we're gonna go in first. Yeah, with the 25 million there for the YouTube dude that's been trolling and shit. There you go, man. And it's pretty thick because we got 25 pages of his shenanigans and talking trash and being a pain in the ass for everybody that's trying to shop and save day. Well, he ain't offering no help to nobody. He's just talking shit on what we got going on and acting like he's discrediting me. So I'm sure he can see this tonight, and we're going to be sending this over to the legal department on Google. Figure out what his name is and his information, so he can, so we can get him what he needs to have. So, fire in the hole, my damn Marine. We don't play. We don't take no hostages. My dad used to say, "I was like, why you gonna take hostages? You want to feed them your food? Hell no, they ain't getting none of my food. No." Okay. They ain't getting a bullet either, so I'm saving my food and my bullets. So I'm part Indian. I am. I'm part Indian, and there were other ways to handle things. Just a small incision with a little worm thing hanging out of your stomach, right there, tied to the ground, and then you let the animals come. Oh, and you wonder why I have such a. You wonder why I have such an attitude about not knocking nobody out and making them give up. It runs in my blood. Okay, guys, I gotta get out of here and get to bed. It's getting late, and I'm hungry. Gotta go eat. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I'll see y'all on the next go round. For some of you other people too, y'all got a situation, call me. This is a great time to get a deal on something.